Okay, I am just going to go over the very basics. There is more, you'll have more questions and we can come back to it again, but I just want to show you the basics of how to get something out there, turn it on, turn it off, make it active, and just the basics. Okay, so basically it's a good idea to have the tool and the web page side by side. So if I go into the tool and I'm going to remove the 2 on this event, notice it says event 2 here. If I hit save, of course, probably already know this, and then always hit refresh, but that's key. If you don't hit refresh, it'll say it's not working, but it really does. So you have to hit refresh, goes back to the server and makes the change. So then I'll, like I said, just going to kind of zip through this, they get going to kind of show you how to turn it on and off. This is where you put the date, the name, the cost. They'll come up. Sometimes they'll come up in a couple places at once. So I only have, it says it's 20% full, so one of the main things I want to show you here is how to turn it off. And right now, for Eagle Care, the way we turn it off is we reduce the maximum limit. For Fine Arts, it works differently. So for this Eagle Care right now, you change the maximum limit less than the count of people who've signed up, and hit save, and of course refresh, and that closes it so that they can no longer register anymore. So then you'll notice too, if I put 10 here and I hit save, and since we have 20 people or 2 people signed up, it'll say that we're 20% full. So these numbers have a relationship there. You can just kind of see what is over here. Now normally you don't write HTML, but at one point I did show Jamil how to type HTML if she wanted to. There's no other way to do it other than write these brackets. It's not really that hard. It's just if you want to put color in, this is what you type, font red. Then you have to end the font right there so that the red color stops right there. So I just kind of put that in there. You don't have to do that. But what is kind of nice is if you do want to put some text in here, make it look decent, you can use the BR. It's a line break, like that. If you type that in there, it'll give you a new line. If you type 2 of them, it'll give you a new line there. No one's requiring you to do that. She just wanted it to look nicer, and so I just wanted to show that part of it. Now I'm going to move into the form part. And again, we can always come back and take another look. Well, one thing is important. You might get an error. What won't come up if you don't have any time on this tab. If you don't enter anything, the system requires that you have to have a date for the event. So you'll come over here, and I put a date and a time in here, and this is required in order to have this time. Now, actually, I'm getting a little bit ahead. This date and time, it will show up right here. Now I got my window kind of smashed so you can't see it all. But if I came here and I said add new detail, now I have 2 dates there, and I could let's say change this one to the 10th, like this. Because I know sometimes we have camps that the times are very confusing, different days of the week. And so I would change this and then hit save changes. I click save. Again, I just kind of want to make the relationship between the tool and what it changes, and you can see that what you put in here will change here for the actual start times. Also, on this one, you can see that if you go to this file, this will actually put, I'm going to maximize this for a minute. You can see that it puts these PDF files in here. Okay, so there's this is the image, the icon. This is the name of the link, new game schedule. And then if I click it, open a new tab or whatever, it actually, then this is the actual PDF. So there's actually 3 things there. I'm going to go back to where we were and kind of show you again. So if I type in PDF here, if I type in doc, like for a Word doc, I think that's it. Hit save and I click OK and I refresh this. Apparently we're missing the Word doc. Either that or it's called Word. Forget. It's been a while, and you may not even use it. I just wanted to kind of make the relationship. Let's see if that does it. I use doc and Silverpoint. There we go. Yeah, it's Word. Type in Word. So that's what this does. Then this is the name of the file. So if I add that, and then this is the actual name of the PDF, which is this right here. That is the name of the file right there. So if you want to attach, that's how you do that. And then also sometimes you'll have it where it actually will avoid this entire page. Put this link in here, and you can talk to me about it, but this link is mainly for Christian Youth Theater. I'm going to jump along real quick because I feel like this is getting long already. So I just wanted to show you this part here, this final tab, is not seen on this page, but is seen on the Caravan. So this is for adding t-shirts. So you put the size in there, and then they say, well, I wear a youth small, or whatever. So they type in YS, and we know what kind of shirt they want. And my friend Jimmy wants to be in my camp with me because he's my friend, and I don't want to go if Jimmy is not in there. So you kind of get the point. And no, my dad doesn't want to coach; he doesn't have time. And coach search side, blah blah blah. Okay, so you customize these labels right here, and then they just answer them. So this text right here, you can see coach search. You know, that's what changes these. Now if I come over here and I delete this, and I do want to show you. Let me take one of these shorter ones here. I'm going to copy this and do that. And you didn't really see what I did, but you'll see in a minute. So I'm going to just delete this. This was the volunteer, yes. And if I hit save, and we'll just refresh, and you can see we lost one of our fields there. So if I don't have any text here, it'll magically take away the label and the text box. Okay. What I wanted to show you here is notice how this one says coach shirt size. Boy, that's hard to say. It says it twice, and that's because in these boxes sometimes you can't see down in it. Now this isn't the best example, but sometimes you can hard to navigate if you get it copied in there twice, and I just wanted to show you because it can be confusing. So that one wasn't so bad because you can see it. But if I anyway, you get the point. I'm going to move on, and that's all this tutorial is for. I think this will help you with understanding these tabs right here, and then the basics of how you turn it on and off. Oh, one more thing I'll throw in here at the end is this these buttons here. If I add the PayPal, this is pay with PayPal. It's saved. Now you must really have to have a project ID. This is very important. Goes to PayPal, and that has to be cleared through Bob. Okay, so when you turn that on, it puts on this credit card name, and this goes to PayPal. But he must know first because this goes to Bob, and Bob has to know where to put this money and who it's from. So this ID has to be done in order for you to do this. So this is something you know, or if you just use PayPal and you don't have the other one. Honestly, check and cash, I really don't know what that is for. I don't know. I really don't know why we have that. It might be for how it gets processed, but I really, it doesn't affect the web page as far as I know. So anyway, if I click it this way, it gets rid of the school billing. HCS billing is no longer available, it says. So that's what I wanted to show you today. Actually, maybe one more thing might be good. And by now you're saying, really? So I'm just going to come over here and you can say inactive. Okay, so if I hit save, and I refresh, that actually takes it off of this page. So you won't be able to get to the camp that way. Now we were on that page because we had the variables stuck in here, but you won't be able to get that variable again until you make it active. So if I hit active and hit save, I refresh, just ignore what I just said. It puts this ID, this is the camp ID number right there. So you could get to the camp even if it's inactive, technically. So anyway, that's enough listening to me for now. Go do something else. And we'll come back and show you a little more later. Hope it's helpful. It is my first video. And besides, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, and I got to go get Cherie something. So you really don't want me to perfect this. Unless you just don't want Cherie to have a nice Valentine's Day. And I know you do. All right.